And now to discuss this further, we have joining us Security Analyst Chidi Omeje. Chidi, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. So let's first start by asking if you saw the president's speech from this morning. Do you agree with the president, President Bola Tinubu, his assertion that during his administration, they've won the war on terror and banditry?
Well, by the way, happy independence.
Oh, thank you very much.
I listened to the president, but I'm not sure. I think that would be a very bogus claim on his part. We have not won any war. I mean, the war is raging, as a matter of fact. I mean, we have, various theaters of operations across the country. And the Northeast, you have, anti-terrorism, operations being conducted by the military. You also have anti-banditry in the Northwest. You have same in North Central. Of course, we have military deployed in the Southeast to wage those who are trying to succeed. Then, of course, in the South, you have operations going on to prevent attack on a maritime asset. Same thing happens in the Southwest. So across the country, you have issues of insecurity. So you cannot tell me that we have not won anything. And the thing is, we tend to confuse what I would call pyrrhic victory to sustainable victory. What we have is you have the fact that the military has been able to contain some of these infractions here and there. That does not translate to the fact that you have won the entire fight against security, because internal security challenge in Nigeria is quite organic. It's alive and well. So as far as I'm concerned, we have not won any war. The war is ongoing and raging. So that's what I think.
Okay, so Mr. Omeje, if we were to take apart insecurity and use one unit, let's say kidnapping, for instance, how effective has law enforcement agencies been in addressing kidnappings for ransom and also banditry across the country?
Yeah, I mean, we must give kudos to our fighting forces who have been able to somehow contain the kidnapping enterprise going on. But it has not stopped. As we speak today, so many of our compatriots, indeterminable number of our compatriots, are still in the hands of these kidnappers in different forests and sanctuaries of the bandits. So it's a concerning security challenge, which I think that much as we give kudos to our especially the military, who have been able to show exceptional commitment in internal security operations, we can't say it's Uhuru yet. We are still delighted by the scourge of kidnapping. Let me tell you, if you are a road user, if you're traveling on the express, if you're going from south to west, from east to south, east to north, north to south, north to west, you have the heart on your hands until you get to a destination, because kidnappers are prowling on the express, be it along Kogi Expressway, be it towards the Enugu axis, be it towards the Ondo axis. We have the same issues of kidnapping. So kidnapping is alive and thriving. But like I said, what we have is the military, the security forces led by the military, trying to deal with the symptoms. So we are dealing with the symptoms. We're not dealing with the disease. So that's the situation. So until you deal with the disease, that's when you think. Well, that's how we can say you have actually cured the ailment, right?
Yes. Now, Chidi, I do agree with you. Traveling in Nigeria by road is quite worrisome. Being someone myself who travels a lot, I actually find it very, very worrisome. But now, taking a look at that, and if we remember that the Vice President had his speech at the United Nations General Assembly, where he asked for support from other nations when it comes to Africa, Nigeria in particular here, in security, how much of a role do you think international partners can play in supporting Nigeria's security efforts?
Of course, you know that the security challenge we have in the country is actually internal security challenges. It's not like a cross-border problem. It's not like international crisis that we have on our hands. We have domestic, essentially, majorly domestic grown crisis. But the bulk of our security challenges are consequence of bad governance. So yes, of course, we need collaboration, we need partnership in terms of probably technology, be able to acquire technologies, be able to buy platforms and equipment to fight terrorism. Because there was a time when Nigeria was blacklisted. We can't even procure military hardware because of some considerations, probably because of our human rights abuses and stuff, or for whatever reason. But I think probably his call is to sensitize the international community to say, look, please give us access to procure technology, give us access to get weapons. But I'm not sure he's asking for boots on the ground because Nigeria, as it is now, 90% of our security challenge is internally generated. And like I said, they are all tied to bad governance. So the international community will not come and give us good governance. So if we know if we want to tell us all the truth, we must look inwards to see how we can, use good governance paradigm to solve our problems, because it is actually poverty, it's actually hunger, destitution, that have compelled a lot of people to see crime as an option. So but when people are hungry and angry and jobless and hopeless, crime becomes very attractive. So it's not about getting international community to partner to do whatever the VP was asking for. It's about the VP leading the charge of good governance. That's how we should start.
Mr. Chidi, thank you very much for that. Now, boots on ground versus pen on paper regarding policies. Our problems, like you say, is not really boots on ground. It's about the policies and governance. However, what kind of strategies would you suggest, very shortly, because we are out of time? What strategies for Nigerian security status?
For a long-term picture, I advocate for good governance as a panacea. But then for the immediate, to solve this, to deal with the symptoms of the security challenge you are seeing, how do we deal with them? Probably, first of all, to get military, security, intelligence, and response agencies to work in synergy more, so that the incidence of interagency rivalry and suspicion must not exist at all. Then, of course, the government, they have to, first of all, the key thing is political will. Even if the military guys are on top of the situation, without political will, they can't get a result. Sometimes, the military guys are hamstrung because they don't have the political backing to carry out, fundamental, issue they want to do. Sometimes they will be discouraged, or rather be hamstrung by the fact that they don't have the liberty, the platform, the latitude to do whatever they want to do. So political will is key. Then, of course, there has to be funding. We have to increase more our funding to make sure that we increase our boots on ground, still in the water, and then eyes in the sky, if you know what I mean.
Mr. Chidi, I want to say thank you very much for joining us joining us with your very insightful comments. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for having me, and happy independence once more.
Thank you once again.